Good day guys, I'm super excited to discuss about LangGraph Builder. On March 17th, 2025, LangChain community has launched a product called LangGraph Builder. It's a SaaS solution. You don't even require any credentials. You can access it by build.langchain.com. And you have two templates as well. One is RAG pipeline, second is agent with tools. If you want to create a framework, straightforward, you can select any templates. So it will create like this. Or even you can create like this. Let's click on this information module. Here we have some reference nodes. So here it says command plus click anywhere on the canvas and create an edge. We can drag and drop, creation and take conditional edge, all these features, right? You can refer this, but I'm gonna do like this: Windows and node 1. Next I'm going to click Windows node 2, and then I'm going to click the third node, then I'm going to click my fourth node, then I'm going to click my fifth node. Perfect. So nodes are the LLM framework, right? Or any AI framework. Now how do we connect the nodes? So from here I'm just click here and drop it here. From here I just clicked and drop it here. Here I clicked and drop it here, and I clicked here and drop it here, and here as well. Cool. Excellent. Now if you notice, there's a connection in between node 4 and node 3 and node 4 and node 1, right? This connection is called edge. Okay, so you have a chatbot here and you would be asking certain question. That question may be related to your context, like inside your internal organization related question. For that you will have a vector database retriever. So it will pass the question to the vector database and it will collect the data. That data we would be passing it to your next one called context, I mean the processor. So it will compile and make sure that it is proper or not. Then that data will pass it to another node. So it will be having a short and sweet context, and from here whatever the question you asked, it will go through a pass through method. So it will be visible for this node, this node, this node, this node, and everywhere till end. So this data we retrieved from the database called retrieved data, that will go as a context, and in we will be requesting our LLM model to answer the parameters from the context. So we will get the final answer, right? So we know the packet flow, where it goes, how it goes, and if there is any glitch in it, we would be able to isolate it. We were looking for this kind of solution, and indeed I thought to start, I was supposed to start this session, but the problem is in our generative AI series, one more item we need to discuss, that is called tool calling. In the tool calling, we need to discuss two parameters. One is how do we call some functions, a Python function. So we will discuss soon. Second is how do we write a SQL query or a NoSQL query and fetch the data from any third-party database. Keep aside the vector database part. This is if our large language model, assume that you are building a chatbot to provide the KPI pertain to your organization. You may have to interact with the CMDB and retrieve the data. So based on the data, you would be converting it into frames, and you will convert it in the form of graphs, charts, or something according to the business requirement, right? So that we need to integrate the things. So in our next video, we would be definitely discussing the tool calling and this database calling. Once that part is completed, whatever we learned from the beginning till end, and we will create a multi-agent chatbot, so that it would be super challenging, and it would be we will be very clear on what we learned and how we applied. So we will do certain interesting integrations with the ServiceNow Community Edition and GitHub Community Edition and GitHub Actions. So I'm super excited to discuss all those parameters. But in the meantime, when I was searching this thing, when this tool came into my mind and noticed the same, I thought to bring it to your notice so that the people can explore and so quickly we can jump into the discussions. And one last point before let you go, whatever we have discussed here, we can just click generate code. So the skeleton framework is ready. All you need is update your respective chains or the LLM models so that it would be able to perform your desired actions. Okay, and we will discuss in detail in our upcoming series. So thank you so much for your time, and we will discuss this a lot in our upcoming series. Till then, bye for now. Melvin Satishan is signing off.